Hey Wild Rift fans, what if I told you I got coached by two of the top experts in all of Wild Rift? Both of them have been rank 1 in Wild Rift at different times, and I got coached on the exact same game. Today, we're going to pit their advice head to head and see who comes out on top. Stick around, because the real winner might surprise you. Okay, so quick backstory. I'm an ADC main that took 18 months off of Wild Rift, and I've been back for about 6 months now, and I knew that I was going to need some help in order to hit Sovereign. Before I left, I was the rank 2 Misfortune. I hit rank 600 playing solo queue ADC, but I knew that the game has changed. It's different. The roles are all different. Dragons are different. And I knew that I was going to need some help if I wanted to hit the highest levels of Wild Rift again. Where else would I go besides two of the best content creators and players in all the game, Talon and Royal Wild Rift? They're both killers at breaking down the game, channels full of guides, replays, and tips that'll get you climbing. What makes this epic is they both actually reviewed the same Xayah game I played. Yep, the one you're seeing in the background right now. I won't spoil it, but let's just say my feathers were flying, not always in the right direction. If you haven't seen it already and you want to watch the full replay, Royal actually posted our full coaching session on his channel. Link is in the description if you want the deep dive and to see the full coaching session. Talon gave me detailed notes, which I'll also share too. I'll put those in the description, that way you can see the notes that Talon gave me for my coaching session with him. Okay, I'm going to be upfront. My goal is not to bash anyone, but I am going to highlight what each does amazingly well. And I actually won't declare which one is the better coach here. They're both legends in their own way, and I'm going to break it down why they're legends and what each of them does exceptionally well. First up is Talon. Macro Mastery. This guy's your go-to if you want super detailed, super strategic points. If you haven't been on this channel, he actually has a guide. He's literally making guides for everything you can think of in all of Wild Rift, down to laning phases, how to fight as an assassin, how to fight as an ADC, how to scale as an ADC, how to scale as a mage, how to scale as an early game mage, late game mage. Everything you can think of. He actually has a Google Doc. You can look at it if you want to, but he is the most detailed content creator in all of Wild Rift, and dare I say, the best student in all of Wild Rift. He thinks about Wild Rift as if it is college, which he is currently going to college. So that makes a lot of sense. And I think he spends a ton of time, probably more time than anybody else, studying the game. Here are some of Talon's standout strengths. Build flexibility and early pressure. Things like emphasizing grabbing Berserker Greaves if you're building Vamp elsewhere, and getting pressure before the first wave hits so you can crash it. I could have applied more pressure to zone the enemy better. Talon's great at tailoring builds to your playstyle without overwhelming you. Mid-game macro god Talon shines. He broke down basing aggression on the jungle, mid-rotations, pushing waves, and then recalling to rotate top, based on factors like enemy turret push speed, we need to snowball, or jungle pathing. He even timed it around objectives, like worrying about mid and Baron Prow at 10 to 10:30, since Baron spawns at 11 minutes. He's a genius for avoiding random fights and pushing with Baron instead. He also helped with overall decision making. Tips like fighting more when ahead, farming when behind, and also spell tracking in the late game. If mid rotates and wants the lane stop, boom, instant map control. Talon's style is analytical and thorough. He makes complex macro feel actionable. One minor critique from his notes: he pushes for quicker tempo and recalls, which I needed, so I need to be a little bit faster. I was too slow sometimes. But that's coaching gold, and that's going to help me pull the wins out when I otherwise wouldn't have been able to do that. If you love deep dives into rotations, objectives, subscribe to Talon. His content will elevate your game big time. Now Royal. Man, his energy is contagious. His coaching session with me was all about fundamentals that win games, delivered clear examples from the replay. Check out his channel for guides and his live coaching. It's beginner to advanced friendly and fun to watch. Right from the start, Talon pinged onto something. Do not miss minion XP. This should be 101 stuff, and honestly, I didn't even realize in the game that I missed the XP, but simple game-changing things, and where I'm just a little bit behind the enemy now because of one minion, so the whole game I'm chasing them trying to catch up. He drilled down how every creep counts for levels. In the video, he pointed out spots where I lagged behind and how to fix it. Royal strength, making basics exciting and tying them to big impacts. He also talked about trading smarts. Think about level up trades. He explained anticipating power spikes and trading when you hit levels first. Super micro focused with replay breakdowns that made it easy to see my mistake. His style is encouraging, like my good plays, while gently critiquing everything that I did wrong. Not everything that I did wrong, but gently critiquing my play in ways that would make a big impact. Mid-game awareness. Go out of mid lane, out of base, and the mid-game. Brilliant for faster rotations and pressures. He stressed anticipating spells that can kill me and dodging them, which saved me in team fights later. Royal's great at building habits for survival and map control. Session structure. In our full video, he started with positives and then dove into timestamps with pauses for questions. It's interactive and motivating. No fluff, just value. A small critique, he keeps notes concise. So if you need ultra detailed lists, pair it with his videos and you can take your own notes as well, but he just gives you the things that you need, doesn't put the extra stuff in there that's not necessary, that won't have a big impact on your game. His clarity is top tier. Royal's approach is practical and hype building. If you're stuck in micro errors, his content will get you unstuck fast. So then that comes down to it. Talon versus Royal on the same Xayah game. Talon nails big picture macro, but so does Royal. Royal crushes fundamentals and awareness that keep you alive and scaling, but Talon talks about them as well. Both complemented my potential and gave advice that overlapped in really smart ways. In reality, they both had their focuses for various parts of the game. There was a ton of overlap showing how solid their coaching is and why they're both two of the greats in the game and why they both hit rank 1. Here are some of the main points that they both hammered in on me, and I think this is the thing that maybe is you should focus on most, because this area where that overlap is probably the most important thing for my game and most likely your game as well. Anticipating what enemy can kill me and how to avoid it, like spell tracking and dodging key abilities. They both gave me this as one of my main focuses as an ADC, because the big thing about being an ADC is stay alive, get gold, and that's how you do damage and get kills. So you need to know who's coming after you and how you're going to dodge it. The second one, rotating out of bot lane as soon as the laning phase is over. One of the big problems I had is it felt like I was getting stuck into bot lane and I kept having to go there, and they said don't, just go to mid lane, rotate to mid. Talon even went so far as said try rotating the top sometimes and get in the habit of being able to access the entire map, because I wasn't making it to fights on time, and when I'm not at fights I can't do damage, I can't get kills, and I can't carry the game. Both had a major focus on the mid lane. Pushing out the mid lane, setting up for Baron. Push out the mid lane, set up for Baron. Did I say that one more time? Push out the mid lane, set up for Baron. That way, when Baron is up, you have pressure in the middle of the lane, and so either the enemy has to decide to lose a tower, let that pressure build, miss minions, or fight for Baron. The next 2 points are a little bit minor and nuanced, but basically the same thing. Making sure as an ADC that I have gold, and I keep getting it throughout the game. Can't miss XP or farm, and then also positioning to shove the mid wave to have priority for Baron fights as well as Elder. I just want to say a humongous thank you to Talon and Royal for taking the time to coach me. The insights were game changing. My game is instantly improved, and actually I have a higher KDA this season. I think it's up 1.4. I'll show a picture on the screen. Very similar gold, and also increased teamfight participation, which was exactly what I felt like one of my problems was. Personally, I'd recommend getting coaching from both of them. I will end up getting coaching from both of them in the future, probably towards the end of the season, after I have time to implement the things that I learned from these first 2 coaching sessions. That way they can review my game, find some of the mistakes that I'm making as I improve, and improve those and get better and better as time goes on. I'll ask you though, what do you think? Who would you pick for coaching? Have you tried either of their coaching? Have you tried any of their tips? Drop a comment below, smash the subscribe button for more Wild Rift content, turn on notifications. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I see you on the Rift. GG's.